Welcome, everyone, to an exciting broadcast of college basketball here on 2K Sports. Some great action in store tonight, seeing some of the best and brightest young players on the hardwood. Joined in the booth with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. We've got the Kansas Jayhawks facing the UCLA Bruins.
There is no feeling like a packed house on a college campus. You can just feel the electricity in the air as two major colleges go head-to-head on the hardwood.
And even though this game isn't a must-have game, it feels like a tournament game, a one-and-done type situation. Both of these programs know that a win here could be huge for them as they get ready to make a run in March.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Kansas Jayhawks. We've got Oubre, and it's Terry in at the 4.
And Kansas always seems to be in title contention. I mean, the program does a great job of finding tough players and having a system that fits them best. Rarely are they not a title contender.
You know, so often we can forget that these players are student athletes. I mean, Freak does not have that problem. He's an amazing student off the floor and is very dedicated in the classroom.
And how about Freak with a 4.0 GPA, an honor student in high school, and has carried that same work ethic to college as well as he prepares for his games. He truly embodies what it means to be a student athlete.
Now here's Freak. Kelly Oubre unable to get his last shot to go. To the right side. Pass to Looney. Some nice ball movement by the Bruins. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Reyes, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there with that one-hand tomahawk slam?
Here's Oubre. And after the Bruins picking up a basket just moments ago, Terry setting the pick for Oubre. He dishes it to Gaines. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. And the Jayhawks do a great job in recruiting talent. All sorts of players have come through Kansas and found success.
Yeah, and you know they develop not only the stars like Paul Pierce and Andrew Wiggins, but role players too, guys that have made a living in the NBA as fitting into roles. Mario Chalmers and Nick Collison come to mind.
Kansas on D. They trail by 1. Freak with it. Williams picks him up. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you could hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
The Bruins shooting their first free throws of the night. The Bruins making a switch here. Barton is checked in. And the Jayhawks also making a change. Frazier's checked in.
Hard to watch UCLA and not think of the Wizard of Westwood, John Wooden. Not just his impact on the school, but his place in the history of basketball. He helped put college basketball on the map in a big way.
Here's Daniels. Shot from the wing. And the Jayhawks again can't hit. The Bruins leading by 3. Here's Freak. The 19-foot shot, and he knocks down the jump. Freak's got 6 points.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A game rolling tonight.
Outside Williams. Dishes it to Daniels. To the wing right side. Here's Calderon. Rejected by Reyes. Count it, and the Bruin lead has been cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Dedmon.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Let's spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
And now a new group getting ready to come in for the Bruins. Roberts is checked in for Thomas. Looney comes in for Johnson. Fresh is checked in for Barton. And Freeze subbed in for Starks. And so in the game for the Jayhawks, we've got Williams, and it's Terry in at the 4 spot. And that one's good. Freak
Wow, what a first half it's been thus far here for Freak. This is why so many think he'll be a star at the next level.
And you can take all the measurements and do all the data analytics you want to, but all it takes is one half of watching Freak play when he's hot like this to know stardom is in his future.
Now here's Oubre. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Campbell, he's checked in for UCLA. And the Jayhawks also making a change. Lees. And so that's the end of the first half. The Bruins on top, leading by 10. And don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of the second half. And we welcome you back to college basketball here on 2K Sports as we get ready to get going for the second half of play.
And while there is a little bit of distance between the two teams, one big run could close the gap in a hurry.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. In order to hold on to this lead, they'll need to keep going to Freak to get things working for them offensively. His play in the second half of this game, critical.
Now here's Duncan. Here's Oubre, and it's blocked by Reyes. So on the floor for UCLA. Reyes in at the three. Fresh is out there with Free, and it's Roberts in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Out to the right wing. Duncan kicks it to Gaines. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him two chances at the free throw line here. Well, UCLA and all those incredible national titles in men's basketball, Clark, they were the program in the 60s and 70s.
Yep, completely dominated the landscape of college ball during that time. From 64 to 75, they won 10 titles in 12 seasons.
Looney. Good work defensively by Terry.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Now here's Duncan. They set the screen. Terry's setting the pick for Duncan. Lee outside. This one for three. Can't get it to go. The Bruins go the other way with it.
And guys, thinking again about the Bruins being so dominant during those decades, they set so many records in that time frame, won 88 games in a row, which is still a record for men's basketball.
And that one's good. Freak.
And you see a lot of players who are very talented play with a me-first approach. That is not the case with Freak. He doesn't try and attract any unnecessary attention and just focuses on playing his game.
Yeah, I like that about him, Greg. I mean, in a day and age where most guys are self-centered and it's all about me, it's refreshing for a player like Freak who doesn't invite that kind of noise. I mean, that's as impressive as his skill set. And you think about the impact those years of dominance have had on UCLA. I mean, still one of the most honored and storied and decorated programs in the United States. I mean, they are the program on the West Coast, although the Wildcats might argue, at least recently.
Johnson, he's checked in for UCLA. Campbell comes in for Fresh. And Freak throws it down.
And, you know, that's an example of how many plays we have in a game for which there's no stat. A monster dunk coming off just a terrific pick play.
Greg, you're right. It really did work to perfection. Gave him all the room he needed for the flush.
Well, that's a sound physical play. I mean, can't be afraid to put a shoulder into somebody every once in a while. It's a contact sport, folks.
Kansas trails by 12. The pass to Daniels. Screen by Lee. Daniels kicks to Calderon. There's a screen. Gaines dishes to Daniels. Good ball movement here by the Jayhawks. Pass to Calderon. Here's Dedman. No good from 18.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And that one misses. And some changes here for the Bruins. Roberts is checked in for Johnson. Irving comes in for Looney. And Porter subbed in for Free. And he can't hit the second.
Boy, some really big names have come out of the Kansas Jayhawks program into the NBA. A pair of first overall picks in their history. Believe it or not, Wilt Chamberlain wasn't one of them.
And so in the game for the Jayhawks, they've got Boss, Oubre out there at Duncan. And it's Jenkins in at the point.
No doubt one of the most highly touted players on the floor is Freak. His abilities out on the wing are just phenomenal, and he is one of the few players that can dominate from that position.
And Greg, it takes a special talent to be able to control the game from the perimeter, but Freak is that kind of player. I mean, he can hurt you in so many different ways when he's left one-on-one with the defender, and he's comfortable pulling up or attacking the basket.
Well, on the topic of Wilt Chamberlain's draft was under that territorial right, which was why he wasn't first overall. But if you add him to the list, it would make 3 total Jayhawks taken #1, Greg.
Yeah, along with Danny Manning and also Andrew Wiggins being the overall #1 selection. I mean, the Jayhawks have had a ton of talent, though, in the lottery over the course of their history. This school has produced just tremendous talent year in and year out.
Like Paul Pierce.
They're starting to feel it from deep. Let's tighten up our pressure on the perimeter and make those looks tougher to get. We're going to give up the drive, but we have to rotate on the weak side to get there.
Fresh is checked in for UCLA. Martin comes in for Porter. Clark, if they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Amen. I think that's the best option. Some really terrific numbers for Freak. 16 points and 3 denials. What touch he's got out there. He's hardly missed anything.
And really, the only thing you can do is try to keep the ball out of his hands.
Well, one thing about Kansas is that they love their basketball. Jayhawks have long been synonymous with being a powerhouse college program.
One of the true.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
They were winning titles before any official organization was put in place.
.141 left to play in the second half.
And you said it. I mean, the Jayhawks have won for a really long time. 3 college titles for them. The first one coming in 1952, the others in '88 and 2008.
Shot by Terry, no good.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
It's, guys, so often big state schools like Kansas care more about football than basketball, but not the case with the Jayhawks. I mean, the basketball program has been a source of pride for a long time, and when you have success like they've had, it's really easy to be proud.
Here's Jenkins following the basket by Freak. And that'll be Kansas's ball as it goes out of bounds. The Jayhawks able to keep the ball here.
And this is
5 seconds left to play here in the second half. So it's UCLA picking up the win. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to